Hey guys, Patrick Wind here and welcome to this training model called Full Funnel Retargeting. In this training model, I'm going to show you all the options that we have and that we should apply in our retargeting campaigns in order to convert potential customers that have already interacted with our Facebook page, Instagram profile, on our website, and they have even went down the funnel. So I hope this sounds as interesting to you as it does for me, because this will really bring us some money. So let's get started, guys. What are we going to cover today? Well, first, we're gonna tackle all the funnel stages, okay? So if you work in the e-commerce industry, you're gonna really like this video, because here we're gonna really explore all the different steps, all the different stages of the e-commerce checkout process, and we're gonna derive some conclusions which are the audiences that we should definitely apply. Then, moreover, we're gonna also start finally including social media engagers at the right way, okay? Because that's an audience that is also very profitable if you do it the right way, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And then in the last section of this video, I'm gonna show you also how to apply the right time range to each of those different full funnel retargeting audiences, and how we're gonna set them up in real time, in the real world. So guys, let's get started with including all the funnel stages. So once again, we differentiate between cold, warm, and hot retargeting. Basically, hot retargeting is someone who has just expressed some interest today or in the last days, and cold is a very long time ago. So it makes a lot of sense. Like cold retargeting is someone who did it like half a year ago, hot is someone who did it just today. Okay. However, besides this time range, there's also this e-commerce element that we should have in consideration, like someone who came to my page, therefore just realized the page view hasn't expressed a lot of interest, right? But someone who added to the shopping cart and then did not purchase expressed much more interest in my products or services, right? So therefore, besides the time range, I also like to separate my funnel into the different stages of the e-commerce checkout. So on the right side, you see that after people click on your ad, the first thing they count are page views, then view contents, then add to carts, then theoretically initiate checkout and add payment info, and then purchase. Why do I say theoretically? Because in the majority of our stores, we do not have such a high volume that we can clearly target only people that have initiated checkout and did not purchase. Therefore, it makes more sense to sum them up into the add to cart minus purchase category. However, if you're Amazon, for example, of course, this phase here of hot retargeting is mainly people that initiated the checkout process today and did not purchase. Okay, so depending on the volume, but for the majority of us, the 3 to 4 important elements of the e-commerce checkout funnel are page viewers, which basically includes everyone, then view content, someone who viewed a specific product from your shop, then they added to the shopping cart, and all of those without people have and all of these audiences excluding the ones that have purchased. Okay, and please do not forget to also have specific upsell campaigns for the ones who have purchased. So far so good, right? So basically, someone who has just viewed your page, so that just came to the landing page, is cold retargeting. Someone that even viewed a specific product, warm retargeting, and someone that added to the shopping cart, hot. So far so good, right? And of course, we should not forget about upsell. How are we going to set all of this up? So remember, page views, view content, and add to cart. Well, basically, in our asset library, we have the category audiences. If we have not set up any audience so far, like in our test account, it would show up like this. If not, you would just click below audiences, it says create new. They just create a new one, and you create in this case, a custom audience. Okay, so we create a custom audience. Then the next window is the one to the left, so we can decide to whether we want to create a customer file, website traffic, app activity, offline activity, or engagement. What we want to do is we want to go into website traffic. Okay, then the next window pops up. We're on the right side. where it says, well, all website visitors. No, that's not what we want. We want to choose from one specific event. For example, page views, view content, add to cart, initiate checkout or purchase. And in the case of creating the page view audience, well, here we choose the event page view, and then at the right we can say in the past 30 days, and this one is up to 180 days. So the time range is between 1 day and 180 days. And what's the right time range we're going to cover in this video a little bit later on. So besides people that have really come to our website, and on our website they have either just did a page view or viewed a specific product or even added to the shopping cart and then did not purchase, there are also other categories of people that have interacted with our content, which are the social media engagers. Okay, the social media engagers, why do I put them even above the cold audiences? Well, because those are people that might have not even come to our website, but they have clicked, they have liked, commented, or shared our posts on Facebook. They have started following us on Instagram, okay? And of course, they have shown a fewer interest than the page viewers, a few content add to carts, but still they have expressed more interest than a complete prospecting audience, so complete new ones, okay? So those people, I also always retarget them, but of course with the right time range and with the right ad. So how are we going to set that up? Once again, it's in asset library audiences, create a custom audience. Here it's not website traffic anymore. No, it's more engagement. So on the left side, the last one, engagement, okay? Then after you click on engagement, the right window pops up. Here you can see, for example, Facebook page or Instagram business profile. If you then click on that, you're gonna see this option, okay, where you can either target everyone who engaged with your page or anyone from the specific categories. For example, anyone who visited your page, people who engaged with any post or ad. That's something that many people don't have in consideration. Someone who have engaged with an ad and then they did not even click on it, you can also retarget them, okay? And of course they have expressed more interest than a complete new audience with for prospecting. Then people who clicked any call to action button, people who send a message to your page, and people who have saved your page or any post. So, and what's super interesting is here that they say in the past 365 days, because with this Facebook internal data, whether it be Instagram business or Facebook page, you can even retarget up to 365 days, not only 180. Okay, so that's what you can do here in order to also have in consideration the engagers. Now, what is the right time range? Because we have seen the website traffic, we can retarget up to 180 days. With the engagers, we can even do up to 365 days. However, I really do not believe that someone who just liked our Instagram profile or liked the Facebook ad that we placed 1 year ago or 11 months ago is really worth retargeting too much. Okay, so therefore with those engagers, I'm very narrow on my time ranges. So you could see, for example, that I differentiate between hot, warm and cold timings, okay, time ranges, and here depending on the level of engagement they have shown with us. So engagers, then page view, view content, add to cart, and last but not least upsell, so people that have actually purchased from us. And depending on the level of engagement and depending on the time they have when they have interacted with us, I choose different options in order to set up my audiences. For example, if I want to target the very hot ones, people that have added to the shopping cart in the last 7 days and have not purchased, well, that's my hot retargeting number one here. However, there are also people that have viewed a specific content in the last 3 days, for example, and have not even added to the shopping cart or at least have not purchased. Well, that's also another audience. And if you go one step further above in our hot retargeting. We even have people that viewed one specific page, that viewed our landing page or homepage in general, but did not even view the specific content. Okay, so that's page view 1 minus view content 1. And last but not least, we can go even one level above, where you also target Facebook and Instagram engagers. So this would be my hot retargeting one. Then in warm, it's basically just everything shifted one level further in the timeline. So everyone that's added to the shopping cart in the last 30 days, but did not purchase, view content 14, so on and so forth. And the biggest that I go for my cold retargeting audiences in add to cart, view content, and page views is actually 180 days. That's the maximum that we can get with our website traffic. However, with the Facebook internal data for Facebook and Instagram engagers, I only go up until 30 days because after 1 month, I think it's not based on my experience, it's not relevant anymore. However, the last one that I also recommend is the upsell 180 days. So everyone that has purchased in the last 180 days, you can always retarget with a specific upsell ad. So how would we set up, for example, the hot add to cart audience? Well, here, for example, we can create once again a custom audience based on website traffic, add to cart in the past 7 days, minus purchase in the past 7 days. And then important here, when you label it, okay, I always like to abbreviate add to cart as ATC. And if you want to, you can call it hot, warm, and cold, but of course you're not obliged to do it. You can also label it however you want, but I like it this way, like for example, ATC minus purchase minus pour 7, like add to cart minus purchase 7. And this would be my number one retargeting audience, hot retargeting audience. Then, for example, page view 180 minus page view 30. So why do I say it this way? Well, we could, like for example, this would be this audience, cold, page view 180, minus add to cart or page view 7 or the time zone. You can put whatever time zone you want here. Okay, so you would do like page view 180, exclude another time zone, and also exclude the purchasers. So basically that makes a lot of sense, but it depends a lot on the volume that you have. Okay, so if those audiences, those hot audiences are too small, so just a couple of 100 people, or even Facebook says audience too small, then of course what you want to do is you want to increase those numbers. So you could potentially, if the numbers are very small, you could potentially even forget about the hot audience. I mean, you can still create them, but start with the warm audiences without excluding the hot ones. Okay, so depending on the volume you have, if you have very high volume, you can really go in those short time ranges. However, if you have low volume, so not so many people that view the specific content or add it to the shopping cart, then start with the warm ones without excluding the hot ones. So that, let's imagine that you have 10 people that add to shopping cart and do not purchase. Well, that's not a lot. Then you would only have 70 people here, but this way you would have 300 at least, and you don't want to exclude those 70 from the 300 if you have very low volume. However, if you have 1,000 people that added to the shopping cart today and did not purchase, okay, then you have 7,000. Here you have 30,000. Well, then it makes a lot of sense. Like attack them differently. Those 30,000 and those 7,000, I would exclude those 7,000 from them to only attack 23,000. Okay, so 30 minus 7. But that's really up to the volume that you actually have on your website, and depending on that, you would either separate them into 3 categories, so hot, warm, cold. If you have high volume, and if you have low volume, try to target only warm ones and cold ones, and from the warm ones do not exclude the hot ones. So guys, I hope that was interesting to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.